The Communications Authority of Kenya has just issued a demand to TV stations and radio stations asking them to stop covering the June 25th, 2025 demonstrations. This is a protest that Kenyans have been gearing up to, and we've been seeing young people psyching up each other on the different social media platforms. Earlier today, we got to see hundreds of youths taking to the streets to demand for a better Kenya, an end to police brutality, commemorating the young lives we lost in June 25th, 2024. Now, a lot of things have unfolded, but I just wanted to update you on this, that the Communications Authority of Kenya has just issued a demand to TV stations and to radio stations asking them to stop covering the June 25th, 2025. Now, the question is, what does this mean? Well, this letter leaves a lot of questions more than answers. Let's go through it. So it's a letter from the Communications Authority of Kenya, and it's actually signed by Director General, CEO. It's addressed to all televisions and radio stations. What is it about? Live coverage of demonstrations, and it proceeds to state the live coverage of the June 25th, 2025 demonstrations are contrary to Articles 33(2) and 34(1) of the Constitution of Kenya and Section 461 of the Kenya Information and Communications Act 1998. This is therefore to direct all television and radio stations to stop any live coverage of the demonstrations forthwith. Failure to abide by this directive will result in regulatory action as stipulated in the Kenya Information and Communications Act 1998. So one of the big questions is, what happens next? What happens when the whole country cannot be able to see what is going on in these demonstrations? So what has happened so far? We have seen some injured protesters. We have seen some protesters being rushed to the hospital after sustaining injuries. We have also seen a police officer getting attacked. There's this clip that's also on social media where we get to see this lady police officer is left behind, and these young people just go on and hit her with stones. And this was live on TV. This was live on NTV. And could this be the reason why they have decided to issue this demand? Also, remember, there was a warning that was issued earlier. This was in a small press briefing where we had the IG Kanja. There we had DCI Director Amin Mohammed present. There was a GSU Commandant Ranson Lol Modoni and Nairobi Police Commander George Seda. The authorities warned that any violence or acts of vandalism would be met with firm response, reiterating the government's stance on maintaining public order.
For avoidance of doubt, Article 37 of the Constitution and also the Penal Code, Cap 63, Section 78 and 82, clearly provides the conditions necessary for lawful assembly. Any contrary conduct constitutes an unlawful and riotous assembly. The National Police Service shall, at all times, lawfully and firmly prevent any breach of peace by any group of or groups of persons acting contrary to the provisions of the law. Additionally, it is important to note that unauthorized persons must refrain from accessing protected areas under the Protected Areas Act, Cap 204, Laws of Kenya.
So guys, what do you think of this? Let me know how you find this in the comment section. My question is, what happens next?